what is the nice guy narcissist? That seems even more dangerous than a regular one.
So the nice guy narcissist, as far as I know, that's not proper research talk. I think I've said nice guy narcissist, but somebody else said it before me.
Hmm.
They definitely said it before me. So there's a pro-social narcissist, and then there's communal narcissists. So pro-social narcissists, they are charitable, kind. They're not. It's not all front. Sometimes some are superficially kind. They'll run a charity, and then they'll be doing some completely evil at the same time. But many really are doing good work. And there
Hmm.
are historical figures that you can point to who really had a good impact in the world, but they were doing it for narcissistic supply. So their ability to build significance and to have an audience and to have adulation comes from their good deeds. So they genuinely do good deeds to get that narcissistic supply, which is adjacent, or not adjacent, but vectors in on the Venn diagram with communal narcissism, where they build communities to get their narcissistic supply. And in both cases, they can be very kind, very pro-social, and really do good, but they're getting their trauma-based personality disordered needs met.
Hmm. Hmm. Um, okay, we talked about this a little bit at the beginning, but what is the actual difference between a narcissist or somebody with those traits and someone who is just selfish or an asshole? And does it really matter that there's a difference? I mean, again, like we said, so many people going around labeling others as a narcissist, either to be hurtful or because it helps them sort of label what's going on with that other person that they can't deal with.
Well, and the other thing, just to put a footnote to what you've said there, I agree with what you said 100%. Footnote, it also absolves us of guilt. It also
Mm.
absolves us as like, oh, she's a narcissist. She's just an asshole. Okay, and what did you do? Nothing. I was perfect. I was the perfect boyfriend. Really? I don't need to go to therapy. I don't need to explore my shadow. I don't need to look at the fact that whatever, like we're human, we're fallible. What was it about us coming together? You have two people coming together and then they create a third entity, which is the relationship, and it's unique. There's no combination of people that can create that third entity, but you two. You
Hmm.
two created this thing and this thing had an impact. What's that? I think that's where people need to explore, and we need to be very careful of this self-absolution that comes from condemning other people. And then
Hmm.
you've got what? A witch hunt? What is this? McCarthyism again? Like this, it's no good. It's really no good. It is okay to say, let's have a very easy yardstick.
Hmm.
You don't like what's happening in a relationship. You presume the other person is an adult of good intent. If I tell you 3 times that it hurts me when you do a thing, by the time it's the third time you've done that thing, I have to question my assumptions about you as a human being. Unless you are deep in alcohol or drug addiction or grieving or engaged, or the world is collapsing, why are you continuing to do the thing that I told you really hurts me? It doesn't annoy me. It doesn't inconvenience me. It really hurts me. You're still doing it? I don't care whether they're a borderline type 2 psychopath with 3 pinches of histrionic and 1 part narcissism. You should leave. You
Mm.
should leave. Because life is short. There's tons of humans around. Find someone else. Just
Right.
find someone else. You don't need the psychiatric diagnosis rubber stamp, which is totally questionable, by the way. It's not
Right.
like narcissism is a settled subject in psychiatry. Far from it. The battle rages on. It's a very controversial diagnosis, very controversial. And it's changing decade, not year on year, but decade by decade, it's changing. We don't need it. If somebody's consistently transgressing your boundaries, you can leave. And you don't need to say they're a narcissist or a psychopath. You just leave.